Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a returning viewer. As you can see, I'm in the middle of trying to draw my first watercolor galaxy. I'm waiting for it to dry so I can build layers and darken it up a bit before I add stars with white acrylics. So as I'm waiting for this to dry, I wanted to just check in a little bit because I've moved. As you can see, this is a different setting. And I haven't been able to make videos, but I did make a little, I did occasionally have time for collaging just a little bit. But before I do that, I wanted to say thank you for Marsha, who has told me to use dish soap and soak my Kaweko in dish soap and warm water for it to unclog. It did, and I'm really grateful. It's writing well again, and it just means a lot to me, so thank you for your help. And it worked, and as you can see, I got myself a clip. The Kaweko clip, I visited Lexis Paper, which is a shop here in the city where I'm currently visiting a university, and they have Traveler's Company and Kaweko and similar interesting brands that they carry of stationery and so on. And so that is a new thing. I also wanted to say hi to Gail. I enjoyed our comments exchanges. And I wanted to just quickly show you a few collages that I made for last week's challenge and this week's collaging challenge by Marguerite Miller. They are just really quickly done some things, and they are not very I wouldn't say I care for them a lot. I was trying to figure out why I'm having issues with I'm sorry. Oh well, this is going great. I guess we'll just have to wait. Let me adjust this tripod a little bit. It's a tricky little thing. Okay, so I've decided that I enjoy putting papers on papers, so collaging in a sense of just building up layers of paper and not necessarily making it very aesthetically pleasing. So instead of doing the challenge in a way that would make it less enjoyable for me, I just sit down, I do it just so I distress from the work day, as I've had a really busy couple weeks. And so what I did is I used some so the prompts for the Marguerite Miller number 14 were a person, and I used this old vintage postcard that I got from an antique store when I was back in my city where I'm studying. And I brought it with me and I used it for those prompts, and other ones were a ribbon which I cut out and I'm using as a tuck-in spot so I can see the back of this beautiful postcard. Then it was a plant, music sheet, and a pattern, and splashes. And then I did some collaging for myself. It was actually for the project that I'm doing this background for, because this ended up being too busy. But I still like how it turned out. It's very Adventure Denali inspired, obviously. If I were to do it again, I would remember that these straight lines don't really work, and I would rip it out, like this little piece of paper I ripped out here, just so that the line is not so straight. But other than that, I'm enjoying the colors. So that was another thing that I did. And finally, for this week's challenge, I just felt like scrapbooking and putting a bunch of things that my pen pals sent me that I got. I got this post stamp, which was one of the prompts from my Alice in Wonderland swap. This that I used for this label that I used for the prompt that said lines came from my order from Cafe Analog. Then the prompts were a name, texts, and a napkin. And so what I did was I just built on layers upon layers, not deciding on one single focal point, just using up the stationery that I had and enjoying sticking things together. And this is how it came up, how it turned out. This is from a sticker sheet called My Favorite Things by Fig and Bean Co., which is no longer available. So I basically just chose some of my favorite stationery and stuck it all together. And so I haven't really been making videos about it because it was nothing special. But I just wanted to say hi and check in, and I will come up with something more interesting next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.